Iisus Χριστού. I'm glad to be with you again, and we continue our reflection simply from the beginning about the important questions. And as you remember, this time we are trying to give an answer and to provide some reasons why we need to come to the church, even if we don't want. That is important as well, because these reasons is not the force for us to come to the church, but at least they could give us some thoughts to reflect, and maybe in the future we could change our mind. So the next reason is actually telling us about the changing of our mind. The proverb said that the iron shapes iron, so the person shapes another. What it means and how it could help us to gain answer why we come to the church. In the church, we could meet different people with their own characters, with their own lives, habitats, and many other things, because we are created by God as the individuals. Yes, we have common things. We have immortal soul, we have free will, we have mind, and many other things which make us common, but also we are individuals, we are different, and God respects all of us and loves all of us. So when we gather to the church and all of us are different, we can learn how to live with one another. We can learn how to help one another. We can learn how to be better with one another and how to be better for ourselves. Because you remember that the goal of our life is to be holy and to live with God and in God here on earth and forever in His heavenly kingdom. That's why God created us, to live forever, not just a couple days, couple years, or any other period of times, but to live forever. So that's why to prepare for that life and to participate in this life fully, we need to cut off everything that keep us away from this. And the community helps in this. So that's why when we gather together to the church, to pray together, to listen to the Word of God, to participate in the holy mysteries, to communicate with one another, we help one another, we help each other to be better and to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. We also learn together, and it's good help as well, because if someone can understand something, the other person who understands this can explain. We can show good example to one another. Yes, I know sometimes it's really hard, and instead of get good example, we can get bad example. We can say that the people are complain about what we are wear, where we are sitting in the church, what we are saying, how noise children could be, or any other things, and it makes us a little bit angry, and we say, so the people are hypocrites, and they complain and do anything, I don't want to be here. But you need to be here. That's the reason, because then you can show example for them what attitude we need to have in the church. That's the way how we help one another. That's the way how we can love one another, how we can learn to love one another. When we look on the Christ, who is the best example for us, we can see that He was walking from town to town. He gathered people, He taught them, He committed the miracles because of love. He loved and still loves every of us, and He wants us to be better. He wants us to be His friend. He never listening to the complaint. When the Pharisee complained, He gave an answer. When the Pharisee say something, He showed an example. So the same we need to do here in community. We need to be together to learn how to love one another and how to be better with one another. Also, let's come back to the quote from the book of the proverb that iron shapes irons. We know from experience that when we take two pieces of the iron and they have rush, so when we put them together, the rushes fall down. That's the way what I was talking. But the other way is when we do it for the long time, the sparks comes from it. And what the sparks does, it is the reason of the fire. So that the same thing could happen here in the church. When we are together, when we help one another, when we support one another, when we not complain and when we not become angry, but when we love one another, then the sparks, many sparks became just flashing from our society, and it can be the reason of the fire. So the other people who still thinking, why I need to come to the church, they could see that fire and understand that the fire is good because it warms and it makes a light. And then they could come and to be the part of this community, of our community, our family, our parish. So let's be that iron that sharpens the other iron, and use this reason to come to the church and be together. If you like the answer, please make the like, share the comment. If you have a question, just write the question and we will give you an answer simply from the beginning. And see you next time. Slava Isusu Hristu!